Today we're moving on to lesson 1.2, just the next lesson. And our learning goal by the end of math today, your goal is to be able to understand and explain how the value of digits relate from one another, all the way from the millions place to the thousands place. Okay, you want to just be able to describe to someone and explain to someone how these place values are related. Yeah. So if we have this place value chart right here and the decimal point is here, what place value, what do we call this right here? We call this the ones, right? And what do we call this right here? Tens. What do we call this? Hundreds. What do we call this? Thousands. Okay. What about the one to the left of the thousands? We call that the
10,000.
The 10,000s, yep. And then moving right along, what's after the 10,000s? 100,000s. You guys should have learned up to the 100,000s in 4th grade, yes? Okay, so in 5th grade, we learned one more. Adjacent to the left is called the what? Millions, yep. Okay. Now, moving to the right of the decimal point, what is this one right here? The tenths, right? And then adjacent to the tenths, we have the hundredths. And you guys should have learned up to the hundreds last year in 4th grade too, okay? This year we're adding one more, and that's called the thousands. We talked about this yesterday, yes? Okay. Now, looking at how our goal today is being able to explain how place values are related to each other, my question to you is this. Up here we said that 10 hundreds, okay, so 10 of these guys equals 1,000, right? It would take 10 hundreds to have 1,000. We also said it would take 10 tens to make 100, right? We also said it would take 10 ones to make 110. Okay. We also said it would take 10 tenths to make 1 1. And it would take 10 thousandths to make 100th. And it would make 10 hundredths to make 1/10. So what relationships do you see between the different places on the place value chart? What relationships do you see? I'm going to use a place value chart. To do that, I will first draw my place value chart. And here is my decimal point. What number goes in the ones place before I do any multiplication? What number should go in the ones place? Ashwin? 7. What number should go in the tens place? Arhan? 60, yeah, 6. And then what number should go in the hundreds place? Lakshan? 3, good. Okay, now I want to multiply it by 10. So how does that mean I need to shift the numbers? How does that mean I need to shift the numbers? Itai?
You move one spot to the left.
Yeah, I need to move it one spot to the left side. Now I have 3, 6, 7. Can I move the decimal point too? No, it stays there. So if I have a blank space, what do I need to do?
Add a 0.
Add a 0, good. So 367 times 10 is equal to?
3,670.
You got it. Now let's draw another place value chart to do this other one. 670 divided by 10. Sorry, 367 divided by 10. Now if I want to divide, how am I shifting the numbers? Alex, how am I shifting the numbers now? So I'm dividing it by 10. So if I'm dividing, does that mean I shift them to the left or to the right?
Oh, right.
And then how many spots to the right?
1.
1, because I only have 1, 0, and 10. So if I shift it one spot to the left, the decimal point stays the same. So 367 divided by 10 is equal to what?
36.7.
Okay. Now I want you to look at these two answers, 3,670 and 36.7. I want you to talk with your table group. What are the similarities and differences between these two answers? Go. Yeah, we're noticing that they all have the same numbers. They both have a 3 first, and they both have a 6, and they both have a 7. But what's different, Ben? What's different, Ben?
They get smaller and bigger.
What do you mean they get smaller and bigger? Did I write the 3 big and then write it really small? Or what do you mean? Can you clarify what you mean?
The numbers get smaller and bigger.
Uh-huh.
And then when you divide it, it gets...
Yeah, the value, they all have the same digits, but the value of those digits changed, didn't it? What affects the value of the digits? Like if I said I'm going to give you 1, would you be happy?
No.
But what if I said I'm going to give you 1 and I put the decimal here? Would you be happy?
Yes.
What if I said I'm going to give you 1, but I'm going to put the decimal here?
No.
Would you be happy?
No.
So it's the same digit. It's always 1. But what's affecting the value of that digit?
Decimal.
What's affecting the value of that digit? A DT? Yeah, the decimal point, right? You guys said you would be really happy. Would you be even happier if I put the decimal point here?
Yes.
Why? Why is that even better than putting it, say, here? Well, how does the value of how does the placement of the decimal point affect the value of that digit? Aditya?
Decimal point basically tells where everything is. So let's say you put it,
Let's say I put it here.
if you put it there, that means that the place that's adjacent to it to the left
Yeah.
is actually the ones place.
Yeah.
And then if you go
But if I put it like over here,
that'll be like the 6. That'll be like in the millions place.
yeah.
So that means you're giving me $1 million. And
Exactly.
That's a lot. And,
Right.
Instead of, but if you put it where it was, you'll be giving me $10.
You got Yeah. Yeah. Today's video, I was like, whoa, this is not good. But, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Alright, gotta go home and figure out what to do for dinner.
This time we're going to multiply it by 100 without using a place value chart. Okay, just imagine the place value chart in your head. If I'm going to multiply this number times 100, how would I need to shift the numbers? How would I need to shift the numbers in a place value chart? Alina?
If you're multiplying, you always move it to the left.
Yeah, so I would move the numbers how many spots to the left?
2 times because there are 2 zeros and 100.
Right, because there's 2 zeros and 100. I would need to move these numbers 2 spots to the left. So that's 1 spot and 2 spots. Okay, so when we imagine this in our head, what do we know we need to fill in here? 0. So what would the new answer be? What's our new answer? 21,560. Okay, so once again, imagining the place value in our head, if we want to divide it by 100, we would need to shift that number 1 spot to the left and 2 spots to the left. So we could see that our new answer is 2.156 or 2 and 156 thousandths. Okay, go ahead and write that into your notebook as well. Right, we have 0.482. If I multiply it by 1,000, can you show us, Eve, how you would move? Yeah, 1,000. 1, 2, 3. And so the answer would be 482. Okay, can you reset, Zeev? Go back to 0.482. Now, if we don't move the decimal point, how did we learn about it yesterday? When we keep the decimal point the same, how do we need to shift? What would we need to move? The numbers, right?
Yeah.
So numbers, could you please move 3 spots to the left? 1, 2, and then one more time, 3. And the answer is 482. So what are we learning from doing this?